Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Divine Journey. Now, I know that this video will not be coming out on Sunday as originally intended. I had a bunch of real life stuff come up, but I did spend, like, towards the end of last week and the weekend and everything, but I did spend a lot of time on the build that we've been working on, okay? And I'm happy to say that it should be done by next episode. Okay, and then we can reveal it and look at it and everything. Let's see, the main things I have left on it is just slight exterior stuff, and then I have to finish up a little bit of lighting stuff on the interior, and a little bit of divider stuff. And then set up a quantum link, is I think the main thing. So it's definitely coming along, and I'm very happy with it. I can't wait to show it to you guys. It's been the culmination of a couple of weeks of working on it, but it is... I'm fairly happy with it for like an in-game type area. And then, honestly, I mean, that build is going to be, aside from putting stuff into it, that build is, for the most part, it's going to be done, which is awesome. And then, really, after that, we will come back into the overworld and we'll start kind of pinpointing areas and cleaning them up. This area doesn't have a whole lot done. I mainly just have interior work on there, so I'm going to start working on that. Just a little bit of exterior stuff right there. Then a little bit of cleanup inside of that building. And then I'm going to go over to the blood magic area and kind of clean that area up. I've scrapped a lot of the bridges. I'm not going to do them because they're just too laggy. As the builds go, I may even end up ripping these up. So the next world upload could possibly be the last one with these bridges in it. I don't know for sure. If everything runs okay and we just have that one lag spot, I may not worry about it, but we'll see. We'll kind of play it by ear. So, but then we'll kind of start rotating around the bases, the islands, and kind of cleaning those up and stuff. And getting back into speed building witchery is probably the next direction that speed building is going to take. Anyways, I went and I killed the resurrected Ender Dragon a good 8 times. Yeah, 8 times. I've got 147 levels on me at the moment. And you go dump those off. I know there was some XP I didn't grab, but it was caught in the clouds. But the Ender Dragon, he's getting to the point where he does the knockback, and he's a bit more aggressive. But at the end of the day, this thing, this Golden Fury, still rips through him. Like, so easy. So easy. Even after, a total of 9 kills, it still tears him apart. I've still got 3 hearts left. And then if we take a look at the cores, I have 10 of those made up. Okay, I just ordered a bunch. I don't know how much Awakened Draconium I have left. I have 6 blocks left. So that's not bad. That's not too bad. Anyways. Oh, and also, Extreme Infusion Stones, I prepped up, some more of these. Because, honestly, we can make another stone. So we're going to go ahead and make another stone today. We'll go ahead and make 2 of them, I think. So that's why I went ahead and ordered 10 more cores, so we could finish this out. It actually just finished making those too. Master Infusion Stone infuses all. Okay, well, before we do that, let's go ahead and order ourselves. I want another 12 glowing mangaloy, which will take a second to craft that up probably, I think. I can't remember what all it takes in this pack. And then we're going to need, 4 pieces of bedrockium. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And let's go ahead and put that in. Now these stones, they don't stack, so I'm not going to be able to stack those up. Nether stars, 4 of those. And then we're going to want the unstable ingot blocks. There we go. About to say, it's taking a second to craft that. And then we need the bat balls, right? The concentrated bat balls, which of course, super easy. And let's see, is the glowing mangaloy done? Yes, it is. Alright, what else are we missing? I think that's like most everything, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's everything. So, Master Infusion Stone number 1. Oh! What? That's interesting. Did I not have to craft another one of those? I should have crafted it first, because I could probably actually put that in and have it repaired. That's okay. Well, we got 2 of those. Anyways. They're not expensive. Gaia Spirits and the Icorium. Oh, you just saw something. Dun, dun, dun. Portal to the Last Millennium. Oh well, it's a little bit of a spoiler. A little bit of a spoiler. So, I mean, the last Millennium was something that I had been wanting to use throughout most of the series for something, and then I decided that was going to be our in-game area, right? So, a couple weeks of work in there. You can't put it in the Thalmic Restorer. Okay. And it seems like it has to be full durability for it to craft the Master Infusion Stone. So, yeah, it looks like maybe I would have to craft those anyways, but anyhow, let's go ahead and farming. We still have not unlocked this. Oh, probably because I haven't done the Awakened Cores. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's actually see. That's counted, so we get 64 Imperial for that quest, though. Which we're about to be overhauling Minicio farming by a lot, because we're going to need a lot of that moving forward, but that's fine. Let's go ahead. There's a couple things that I want. I want the RF Tools Crafters. These things right here. And I want the tier 3 ones. So go ahead and order one more of those. And, oh, by the way, I've got these crafting up. More of these. I've been crafting these up pretty much non-stop. If we take a look at 256, we have 83 of them at the moment. So I'm thinking that we could probably order 4096, 16384, right? So if I was to order one more of those, yeah, it's mainly taking Enderium and Lumium at this point, and 64 of the 256s, which we already got that. Which with our current situation, those do take a while to craft. The main thing being I run out of Sardis, and I have to let it kind of build back up. I think right now, I think we're doing okay on it. 26,000. Those Void Miners help a lot, and then I can run our dedicated miners, and it kind of builds it up real quick. It kind of spikes it up, and then it kind of dwindles back down, but that's okay. But the storage, the 16384, what all is that used for? I know it's used for a few things here. This one right here, oops. 16384 is used for the storage cells, the wireless crafting terminal. That's something that I definitely want, and then the Infinity Booster card, which we'll also end up wanting. Oh, but I don't know if I want to prioritize getting that over some of the other uses for it right now. These will become a lot easier to get once we get into RF Tools. Right now, they're still semi-expensive and time-consuming to make, is the only thing. And I don't know how much I'd really benefit from a wireless crafting terminal. It's not that important, especially with teleportation coming in soon. I think I'd rather go with the storage cells to make the creative storage upgrades over, yeah, I think I'd rather go for that. The creative storage upgrade, because we're going to need a couple of those to make our creative cache. So I think that's what I want to do, is just hold on to those for right now. Alright, so there's our two crafters. And then let's go ahead and get ourselves, honestly, I think the best thing to go with would be transfer nodes, right? At least for the first set. Go with transfer nodes, transfer pipes, and then we would have to get the upgrades. These speed upgrades. Let's go ahead and get a good 130 of them. It's fine. Okay, so what I want to do is compacting drawer. Give me one more piston. And I guess we're going to have to decompress our Minicio before we then recompress it. Now later on, we'll probably skip that whole step, but for right now, I want to get all this Minicio that we've got. All this stuff. I want to get it broken down, compacted down into Zavicio. Okay, so what we're going to do is the crafter, which is going to require power. I'll tell you what, I got a Tesseract right there. That's fine. This setup that we're going to be using is semi-temporary. It's going to change over quite a bit once we get over to our new building. There's going to be a bit of change with that. So, yeah, these conduits, I'm just going to make a mess right now. A lot of this setup is going to be gone then. So, alright, and then we'll just put our crafter, like one here, and then we'll have one setting right there for right now. Do these have anything? I had that one made, and I don't know. I guess not. Okay. And that's Minicio right there. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we're going to set up a compacting drawer setting right here. Okay, and then I guess technically for this part, I could use item conduits just with speed upgrades. So we'll just grab some of those. We'll grab that. Because this is going to be moving blocks. It's not going to be moving raw Minicio. So we'll set that there. We'll say that you can insert, you can extract conduit speed upgrades. We could do a few more, but I don't think it's going to be that important. And then let's get ourselves just a couple item filters here. 1, 2. And then Minicio, which I've got all this Minicio in here that's built up too, which will probably, we'll wait to compress that a little bit longer. And I got about 30,000 that's in there. That's mainly from mob farms. So, alright, so let's go ahead and set up our filters with Minicio. The second one doesn't need Minicio, just this one does. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that there, and then let me grab my wrench. And we're going to break that. Can I not? Well, I guess it won't matter because this is locked in for Minicio blocks. So it's not going to be able to move that stuff over anyways. And we'll just put our filter into there and say that you can only pull out Minicio essence. Okay, and then let's set up our recipe here. Let's pull that out too. Oops. There we go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say this recipe is, yeah, put it in the external is fine. And we're just going to go ahead and lay out, oh no, wait, sorry, it's that, and apply, and then we'll do that, apply, and we're gonna duplicate this recipe 8 times. So there we go, and then I want to set this speed mode to fast instead of slow. That makes it 5 times faster. So what's going to happen is every tick, it's going to try to craft all these different recipes 5 times. So you're talking about, ideally, about 40 Axio essence per tick. Okay, so then what we're going to do is in our transfer node here, we're going to put in speed upgrade, 64 of those, and then we'll just right click that. If we take a look here, oh, that's going to be a problem. What if I set all of these to internal, and then we did, we'll say remember the current layout. And then if we turn this to ignored. See, it might be faster with a different crafter, actually, unless we have like a bunch of these stones. Let's put a filter into this and say that you're going to take Master Infusion Stone, always active, and do that. Yeah, see, it's still only crafting 1 at a time, though, so it's really not that fast, in truth. It's not going to be nearly fast enough to break all this stuff down. So then instead what we might do, let's break this off. Because we can get a lot faster crafting than that if we go with an alternative route. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go with a cyclic assembler instead. And I'm going to have to order 10 gears, copper gears, and redstone reception coil. Okay, so there is our resonant cyclic assembler. Figured we'll just go ahead and go with the frame. It's not expensive anymore. So, and then we are going to want to get ourselves the, what's it called? Schematic. One of these right here. And then we're also going to want some of those speed upgrades. We'll take a look at those in just a moment. And then let's go ahead and grab... Well, let me let this finish breaking this down. But what we're going to do is we're going to have the... Let's see, schematic setting right there. And we're going to say, you're going to take Minicio, Master Infusion Stone, lock it in. There we go. It's making Axio Essence. And then let's go ahead and get our speed upgrades. These right here, the reception coils. I'm going to want those, and then I've still technically got room for other upgrades because I can pull out the redstone, I don't need that, and automatic transfer out of a device. Technically, I guess that would be better. Let it push the stuff out than even having to use the transfer nodes. I think that might be quicker. We'll have to see. We'll have to set it up and see, but I think we could probably swing like a efficiency upgrade. Oh, there's actually not an efficiency upgrade in 1.7, so never mind. Never mind. Okay, so then over here, I'm still going to use the crafter on this side, and we'll go ahead and throw that filter into here. That one's already configured. We're going to say always active, and then we'll just cycle it through. So you can insert, and I am going to want to set this up to remember the slots that it uses. Let's go ahead and pull that up, and let me go ahead and get some essence. So I'm going to want Minicio, not really, not Minicio. I'm going to want, I've already got Axio in there. I'm going to want Crucio. I'm going to want Imperio, and then Zavicio can all get pumped out. So just these two, in addition to the ones that we already have. So let's go ahead and just lay this out. Say you're going to have Axio Essence like that. You're going to have, say, Crucio Essence, I don't know, like that. And then Imperio like that. That's fine. And we'll say remember the current layout. So that way if we pull something out, it saves a spot for Crucio. And then what we'll do is, I'm definitely going to want more stones in this. I do believe. Let's set it to fast. And we'll just lay out these recipes and say that stays on the internal. Apply. And then we're going to lay it out again, I guess. Until we get more stones, it's not going to matter so much, I don't think. Internal. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to put in 4 Crucio. I'm going to put 2 Imperio. And then we'll put, I guess we'll put 1 extra Crucio. That's fine. Like I said, this isn't going to matter that much until we have it set up for more stones, I guess. We'll go ahead and apply that. That one's the only one that's going to get sent out. The rest of these are all internal. Yeah, should be. Is it not going to do that because the stones... Ugh. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to set all these to external. And then what I'm going to have to do is grab this. And that doesn't have to get pulled out. The Imperio, what we'll do then is we'll say that this is also going to extract Imperio and Crucio Essence for right now. This setup's gonna slightly change, but not yet. Let's go ahead and get ourselves 15 conduit speed upgrades just to speed this whole process up. The main thing is we'll be breaking down this Minicio, which is the most important part. Not the most ideal setup, but there we go. And then we've got Zavicio that's built up right here a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up our cyclic assembler. And we're going to put this down like right there. No, that's crafter. My bad. Cyclic assembler. We'll put that down right there. We'll throw in the schematic. It's got the upgrades. I'm going to go ahead and put the redstone upgrade back in there. And we're going to say that you can insert from the right hand side. And, well, actually, do I want to shift it over to the left? Just to maybe see how fast it auto outputs. We'll say you output from the left hand side there. And we'll put the schematic back into there. And see, that should be good. And then all we have to do is just run our transfer nodes over. And then we'll put in our master infusion stone. And there we go. It's crafting and it's dumping the items straight into this. So there we go. That's now crafting our Zavicio. So, I mean, these cyclic assemblers are pretty fast. I mean, they craft like once every tick. I wish we had Steve's factory manager because it could handle this like great. But I think what we're going to have to do is have the RF tools set up with, I guess, multiple stones. Since it has to dump that into there, it causes an issue. Which honestly makes me think that cyclics might be faster. Because you'll notice that this is having to cycle it back through. Alright, and one more thing that we could do to upgrade this, right, is let's make ourselves a stack upgrade. Actually, we'll speed upgrades. And we're going to put our stack upgrade into the transfer node just so that it pulls out a stack at a time. Instead of pulling out one, which will cause it to be able to keep up with the cyclic assembler. It's not as fast as I would like, but we'll upgrade it later. Once I make more stones, I guess, and I guess I'll have to do a little bit of testing, but at least right now it's making some Zavicio, which is the most important part. Okay, and then let's just do ourselves, let's just make ourselves an import bus. And the FPS is like bottoming out here. Like, since I turned this thing on, it's just like, whoa. I can only imagine how bad it would be if Steve's factory manager was in the back. Like, it would just murder FPS so bad. And we'll plug that up. Import bus is set to only pull in Zavicio. Then here in a moment, it's going to start pulling that in. It's not crazy fast. Let me grab a speed upgrade for that. We'll get like 2 acceleration cards. Okay, so now it's keeping everything drained. So, okay, well, that's at least set up. It should be breaking down the Minicio, and we're going to be overhauling like Minicio in general. I mean, this is pulling out faster than we're pulling in blocks, which is the main thing. I want to beat out what we were creating at that other farm, right? And actually start getting this down. It's not going down crazy fast, but the thing is, after it runs for a while, because I've been spending so much time between episodes, that should be able to drop a decent amount by next episode, I should think. Which means we'll get a lot more into VCO, which is ideal. Now, another thing that I would like to do is take a look at the Zivi stuff. Zivi Sexto is the one that we left off on. We don't have enough massive VCO blocks. Okay. The Cyclic handles those stones so much better than the Crafter does. That's like kind of icky. Yeah, and setting it to keep just causes it to lock up because it can't use the stone. So, yeah, I don't think there's any way that we're going to be able to, like, keep it from having to dump the stone every time. It's kind of a slight issue, but... Okay, well, regardless, that's, I think, about the best we're going to be able to do with our current setup right now. It's 2 stones with the Cyclic. Seems to be fine, so... Okay, well, anyways, now that our dire crafting table is freed up, which this FPS here is awesome. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to grab this dire crafting table. I do have to craft a bunch more of these between episodes. I'm going to evacuate this building because if we get away from here, it'll still keep running, but our FPS will get a bit better. That's the worst thing, is crafting and crop growth, I think, are probably the two most intensive things that you can possibly do in Minecraft, like automatic stuff. And whenever it's crafting like so fast like that, like it just kills the system. So, but that's fine. I actually quite like working over in this area a bit, and I cannot wait till we get in our in-game area. That's going to be nice. Okay, so preferred by dragons. I think what's keeping us from finishing out all these quests and unlocking, you know, the master infusion stone, stuff like that, is sort of the wyvern. I believe is what we need. So for this, which I'm running low on Draconium, actually. I'm actually starting to run low on Draconium. Okay, so we're going to need 5 ichor cloth. I'm going to have to order 1 more of these. Draconium, I have 18 blocks, which I can go out and farm that. It's not a problem. I just don't like where I'm at currently on Draconium. Alright, so Sword of the Wyvern is... like this, right? Yep. And then we're going to need an etheric sword, which I think, yep, we crafted one of those before. Which I think it just finished our ichor cloth. Yes, it did. Let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, so Sword of the or etheric sword. And then we're going to have that. We're going to have that and that. Okay, and then we're going to need to get ourselves a Wyvern Energy Core. So we'll go ahead and order one of those. And then we're going to need a Terra Blade, which is fairly simple to craft. Happy to see that that is standard. There we go. Achievement, Remote Paranoia. So that goes right there. Our Wyvern Energy Core is done. And then let's go ahead and get ourselves a Dragon Egg. And then we're also going to want a Zavisio sword. Oh, I'm going to have to tear that up, aren't I? There we go. Zavisio sword. And that goes, what, right over there, I think? Yeah. And then the Dragon Egg goes in the center. The Wyvern Energy Core goes there. And there's only 2 other things that we need. First up is the Icorium Blade, right? The... we need the Awakened Icorium Sword. Okay, let me see. Let me grab our Thaumanomicon. I think I'm going to do a little bit of research here, because I never finished researching all this stuff out. So give me just a minute while I do this research. And I'll be back here in just a bit. I'm going to go through a bunch of crashing doing all this. Okay, it didn't take very long, because it was pretty much... let me actually grab that back out. pretty much get Icorium tools and then research Awakened Icorium Sword, but it did crash on both of these, like when getting the research initially. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first up, let's go ahead and make our Icorium Sword, just the standard one, which just requires a silverwood rod. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to make that, aren't I? I doubt I have one. Oh, and I'm going to have to order... Well, let's go ahead and order like 3 of those, I think. And then the silverwood rod isn't terrible to make. I think it's just, what, all the shards? And there we go, we'll get that running. And let me double check. The Wyvern Sword does need the Awakened Icorium Sword. Yeah, it does. Okay, so for this is going to be a little bit more involved. Slightly more involved. So we're going to need 2 Swords of the Zephyr, which is just Thaumium Sword. It's really, really cheap. Let's go ahead and get that stuff. And then a diamond and 2 air shards and then some basic Essentia. And there is a quest for this stuff. I think it's all just awakened stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah, we just have to get the awakened pieces. Which we are going to need, like, all of these eventually. Like, I need to get making on those. But this first one we're going to make on camera. We're going to work through it. Just because there is one thing that we're going to have to make that takes, I guess, is a little bit more involved. Okay, so we got our first Sword of the Zephyr. And then we're going to need to get ourselves, actually from this one, Icorium Sword, the standard Icorium Sword, Silverwood Wand, that, and there is our Icorium Sword. And then in addition, let's see, the Awakened Icorium, we're going to need 1 piece of Ichor, 1 Icorium, 1 Ichor Cloth. And then our 2 Swords of the Zephyr, we're going to need a cactus and a diamond. And then in addition, this we're going to get into in just a moment, but we also need 2 Wand Focuses of Frost, which require 2 Runes of Winter each. Then we're going to need 6 Water Clusters each. I'll go ahead and get the runes ordered. And then Water Clusters, or Water Crystal Cluster. And then what else do we need? The Frozen Hearts from Witchery. That's Icy Needle with a Creeper Heart and a Gas Tier. Not terribly expensive. We're going to need 4 of those and then 4 Frost Swords. Okay, I actually don't have enough Ice Stones for this though. Go ahead and pull that out. I was able to make 1 of those, but I am going to have to go to Icica to get the rest of them that we need. And actually, I think that's about it. How is that? No, that's not right at all. And then shiny blocks in the middle. Oh yeah, the Runes of Winter. It's crafting those. I almost forgot about those. Okay, our Runes of Winter are done. We'll go ahead and grab those. And just lay these out. And so all we need now are the Ice Stones. So I'm probably just going to go actually manually kill mobs for that. And just run around and get... we need 4 Ice Stones, so we're going to need 9 shards per. Well, we need 5 Ice Stones. I'm 1 short for that second. So yeah, 5 Ice Stones. This is actually going pretty quickly, in truth. Okay, I've got enough stones, so I'm going to head back now. I don't have any other use at the moment for those, so... Okay, there we go. And we'll go ahead and set this down. Now, I think this first wand... Oh, shiny blocks. Almost forgot the shiny blocks. Go ahead and grab that. There you go. We'll get that one going. And then up here, we should be able to queue up the next one. There we go. So that one's running too now. And then, how long is this going to take? I think it takes quite a bit, doesn't it? Nah, it's not terrible. It'll take a minute, but then once we get that done, oh yeah, we have this we have to do. So for these, we're going to have to get Pickaxe of the Core, which this is made Thaumium Pickaxe. Let's get this stuff together real quick. And these, I think we're going to need these things for some of the other awakened stuff, correct? Oh, well, I can't look at the recipe. I imagine we're probably going to have to use some of that stuff for later awakened stuff, I think. So there's our pick. We're also going to need a couple fire shards. We're going to need a piece of great wood. And then something else, right? Just a diamond. Okay, our second Frost Wand Focus is done. And then I've got the pickaxe of the core being made right now. Let's pop down here. It's probably finishing up right now. It's pulling in the great wood. And there we go. There's our pickaxe of the core. And then I think everything else we've got. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay this stuff out. So one focus of frost. One focus of frost. Then we have our ichor cloth and our ichor. We have our icorium and our cactus. Our 2 swords of the zephyr. Icorium sword goes in the middle. And then let's see. I know I've got the diamond right here. And then I think that's everything. Diamond and then these things. And then I know we have all of this Essentia type automated, so that's not a problem. Alright, so let's get ourselves a few pieces of the cinnabar. And then do I happen to have iron ore? No, I don't. What about gold ore? No, I don't. Okay. Alright, well, what we're going to do is lay out our cinnabar here, and we're going to go through and just break this stuff with the pickaxe of the core. There we go. That's what we're trying to get. Native cinnabar clusters. So there's one of them, which is really all we need for this. We just need one, and then I'll just dump this stuff in there. And then I'm also going to need clusters of iron and gold. So let's let me pop over here and let me pop down and let me go grab like some iron and gold real quick. There we go. There's a native iron cluster. And I'm just looking for the gold now. Shouldn't take very long, but okay, finally found some gold. Which these dense ores tend to drop pretty good. Because it's counting it as mining multiples at a time, so I didn't even notice these over here. Okay, so then gold cluster right there, iron cluster right there, and we'll start it. Okay, and then this pickaxe the core, I'm actually just going to store it into there. That way it's always full durability, because I think we're going to need these probably for the rest of the awakened stuff. So, alright, and now that that's running, now that we've got the awakened icorium sword being made, which is our final weapon that has to go into here, we're also going to need one additional thing, which is not very hard to make, but we do need to get this automated because we are going to use it a little bit moving forward. That is blood storage from custom things. For this, we're going to have to get filled sockets. 9 of these, which are just empty sockets ran through at least a tier 3 altar. And that's large bloodstone, mana glass, and pulsating crystals. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just automate this. Right here, you suddenly feel reluctant to break things. Okay. Alright, so blood storage. We need to make empty sockets. Let's go ahead and order a pulsating crystal. And we'll encode that. And I can't make one of those right now. Let's drop that right into there. And then let me order... we've already got some filled sockets that were a quest reward. So go ahead and send me one of those. And we do have a quest for this over in Hemoglobin Power. They want us to get 24 empty sockets. Let's see, what's it crafting right now? Oh, all the slates for that? That's quite expensive, actually. And then they're going to want us to get filled sockets and then the bound armor. Okay. Well, we're not making that right this second. And then let's go ahead and make a quick recipe here and say that if you take empty socket, you're going to get a filled socket, and we'll encode. And I want to go ahead and just put that into one of our interface terminals here. The one that does our blood stuff. So the slates, these ones going into chests. And I guess we'll just pop it into this one. So that's how you make a filled socket. Because these are identical altars, just one of them handles, you know, they're handling every other slate, but it doesn't matter for the filled socket. And this over here, this is pulling in the items, which is going to complete a quest for us under insane amounts of magic. And there we go. There is our awakened icorium sword, which completes this quest, and they're going to give us a pressurized fluid tank configured, and it's got something in it. What is this? Life essence, 32,000 millibuckets of life essence. Okay, well, we're just going to put that into there. And there is our awakened Icorium sword. Okay, between cuts, it's been a while since I last cut, and I decided that I was going to start working towards the Staff of Power. Since we're already doing the sword, might as well go ahead and go for the Staff of Power. I did go ahead and make Awakened Icorium pick and shovel, and had to do the research for these. These actually did not crash on me, strangely enough. They're not really any different. Honestly, the wand focus, super easy. And they're not really any different than the other ones. Or the sword and the pick is pretty much the same wand focus and everything. Main difference being pickaxe of the core as opposed to shovel of the earth mover. So, and once again, these are easy to craft. So we got those knocked out, and that means these two quests here are done. We get another fluid tank filled with life essence and another fluid tank filled with life essence. Okay, and that means all the awakened Icorium tools are done except for the axe. And in addition, I discovered the awesome speed of making blood storage. It's horrible. It takes forever because it's got to craft those runes to make, or the slates to make the empty sockets, and then it's got to fill them, and it takes a while. It really, really does. So I'm going to socket. I want to go ahead and set up a recipe for this. If you take 9 of those, then you're going to get a blood storage, because we're going to use these things a lot moving forward. That's something I'm going to need to stay on top of and just keep ordering, I think. Like whenever between episodes, stuff like that, just order it and let it craft. I mean, it's not expensive to craft. It just takes a while to craft because of the amount of blood essence that's required for it. And once we upgrade to tier 6 altars, which we need to start working towards, that's definitely going to help. So, anyways, the blood storage, I want to order 12 of these. 108 sockets. It's pretty much all the sockets that we had. Or not, I had to make more. We had, after we crafted the 24 for the quest, it was still like about a stack that I had to order. So, but anyways, this quest here is done. We get 10 slime balls, 10 gelatinous slime. And in this quest here, we get a red heart canister for this. So we'll go ahead and take that. And then we can go ahead and lay out our blood storage. And there we go. Sword of the Wyvern. It is ours now. It took a little while to get that. Oh, and farming. That has unlocked more Master than Faker. And we get 64 Imperio. And if we scroll down, Preferred by Dragons, we have 5 quests that are done. The Sword of the Wyvern. We get 2 wireless energy transceivers, which we're going to start getting into those soon as well. Mob souls, we get 4 Icorium, which is awesome, because I've actually got some crafting, because we're going to need it for the other tools. Resurrection stone, we get 4 void metal blocks. Awakened draconium blocks, we get a charged draconium. And then awakened core, we get a death protection poppet and a tag lock kit. Okay, and what I'm wanting, let me actually look. Is there a quest for, no, just the wyvern stuff, and then... Okay, and then Draconic Energy Cores, Draconic Sword, Draconic Staff of Power. Okay, so what I want to do is, first up I want to craft the other 3 pieces that we need for the Staff of Power, which is the pick, and then we're going to have to infuse it to get it to this point. So, actually, let me just look up Wyvern. We have the Pickaxe of the Wyvern and the Shovel of the Wyvern. Okay, the blood storage is actually in the same exact spot on both of these, so I'm going to go ahead and just lay this out. I'd say that was probably the most expensive part of these, is that stuff. So, and I guess we'll start with the shovel. And the nice thing is this is, of course, a multi-tool, so we can get rid of this, we can get rid of this, we can get rid of this, like all this stuff. Well, actually, the Mad Aqua we may still technically need, I think. I can't remember if this one can hoe the ground or not. Alright, and then we're going to need 2 Wyvern Energy Cores. And this goes up at the top. Is it the same for the pick as well? Yes, the pick goes in the same spot. Okay, and then we're going to need the Zavicio stuff. The Zavicio shovel. So let me just tear this up real quick. And there we go, and there's our pick as well. I went ahead and just tiered them up side by side. And then we are going to need to get ourselves erosion shovel. And for the pick, we need destruction pickaxe. And then it's Terra Shatterer. alongside Elementium shovel. Okay. I'll go ahead and grab the... oh, it's going to take that. I need... Oh, for this we need spell tables. Did I automate spell table? I did automate spell tables. I thought I did. Okay, give me 2 of those. There's a lot of steps involved with that. Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it not going to craft it? Oh, but we're missing ice shards. Okay, I've got to go back and get ice shards real quick. I'll tell you what, while I'm there, give me a safari net. Because I don't think I have any ice seeker mobs. I might. But I don't believe that I do. I could be wrong, but... Okay, there's like a stack and a half. That should be good. And I got a safari net with one of the creatures in it. Right, yeah, glassides. That's what they're called. Okay, well, I'll let them run probably between episodes. Because I'm actually not running anything. Oh, I got a mob soul for a Hastrius. That may actually be the way to go. I don't know. Because honestly, we're at the point where we can make restart mob spawners. So, alright, so the spell table, go ahead and give me 2 of those. Takes forever to calculate that. It's going to take a minute to craft that, so. We don't actually need the Terra Shatterer for the shovel, though. That's for the pick. Alright, and then I want Elementium shovel. 2 of those Dreamwood twigs. There is our Elementium shovel. And we'll go ahead and throw that into there. And then we are going to need the extra utilities tools. So the destruction pick and the shovel. Okay, go ahead and make me... go ahead and make me like 4 of these unstable stable ingots. It's so much easier having these, in truth. There's the erosion pick and destruction pickaxe. There we go. And then we need the dragon eggs. And what else do we need? 5 ichor cloth, which I've already ordered ichor cloth. We've got 11. And then we're going to need draconium as well, which might be a stretch. This part might be a little bit tough. Alright, so we've got... Yeah, I already don't have enough. It's going to go like that. That. Okay, we've got to go get draconium. Let me pop over there, and there is a thing in the achievement book for finding a meteor. That's what we're about to go do, is go find ourselves a draconic meteor. Because we need a lot of draconium right now. Not necessarily just for this, but I am going to have to probably make some more awakened draconium. Okay, here we go. Here's a draconic meteor. It didn't take too long. Now, actually, mining the stuff takes a little bit longer. Honestly, draconium is one of the few things I'm actually debating. I may just end up making the seeds for this. Possibly. Let's see. Draconium seeds. Massive VCL. I mean, we could craft this right now and knock that out. And there's actually a quest for it, too. Like, if we take a look in here... Yeah, they're going to give us a pink generator for making draconium seeds. Terra Steel is another one I've considered making. Like, honestly, once we get into the in-game type materials, draconium, Terra Steel, the chaos seeds we're definitely going to be doing. Once we get up to that. Which those are a little bit expensive. But some of those seeds we will be making, so. Alright, we're steadily getting a decent amount of this stuff. And we're about to get to like the center of the more center of the meteor. Where there's a bit more draconium. As you can see. A lot more of this around. And honestly, that's probably enough draconium for our needs right now. Once it processes through. So I'm just going to teleport back. I'm going to have to relog. This is a bug that happens. Yeah, I'm going to have to relog real quick. And I should think we've got plenty of draconium. 54 blocks is not too bad. Like I said, we're probably going to make the seeds here in just a minute. That's one of those materials I don't mind making. It was just for like the general purpose, like the alloys and stuff like that. It was more fun to automate them, I guess. But okay, so this, and there we go. There is our shovel of the wyvern. We'll go ahead and snag that one. It's going to start charging up. And then the, let's see, destruction pick. Oh no, it's a VCO pick, destruction pick, awakened Icorium pick, and then we need the the Terra Shatterer. Oh man, it's crafting simple catalyst. It's going to be crafting those for just a minute. Okay, well let me go ahead and actually make another dire crafting table. Order one of these guys. Has to do those double compressed things. Let's go ahead and make one of those, and let's get ourselves... Oh, I need Magnesio seeds. I do want to go ahead, I think, and make Draconium seeds, just because of the fact that Draconium, we're going to need a lot of it moving forward, and it's actually kind of a nuisance to manually mine. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and order some sockets, too. Filled sockets. Just because I know we're going to start needing blood storage, like, here pretty soon, like, quite a bit. And I really don't want to have to be waiting on that stuff, because it did take a little while to craft. And then we need some of our massive ACO blocks. I don't know... Let's see what the layout for this is. Draconium is... Okay, massive ACOs in the center. Like that. And then we've got Draconium along the edges, and then we're going to need Wyvern cores. 4 of those. There's our Draconium seeds. And I'll go set those up here in just a little bit for upgrading to 10-10-10. Then I'll get those planted somewhere. There is our pink generator. Holy simple catalyst. I've got to set up new alchemy tables soon for Draconic Evolution, just in general. And keeping simple catalyst on hand. Okay, so the pickaxe, though, is laid out like this. Okay. Like that. Like that. And so then we're really just waiting on the pick, the Terra Shatterer. Which I guess technically I could use my mana tablet, but that seems like a bad idea. Because mine's charged up. But and then we're going to want to upgrade our sword and our shovel and stuff, which is 2 awakened cores. We're going to need to teach it how to make draconic energy cores as well. Let's go ahead and order, make me 4 of these. Okay, and then Icorium, let's go ahead and lay this out. So Icorium goes like that, and we'll get our Sword of the Wyvern, I think should be the first one that we upgrade. And let's go ahead and just teach it a quick recipe here. Let's say processing, if you take awakened core, and we're really just going to do the, the energy core, just like we did the Wyvern one, but this is going to complete a quest though, which is exciting. It's good stuff. I am going to have to convert the rest of those dragon hearts. I think we'll have enough awakened stuff, I think. Maybe. I feel like that needs like more speed. It's killing the redstone, but this stuff uses up a lot of destabilized redstone. Like, it adds up pretty quick when you're making these little energy cores, but okay, so that's how you make the Draconic energy core. And we'll go ahead and just encode that. There we go, and we'll put it right in here with that. And that should complete a quest as well, right? The Preferred by Dragons. This right here, we get a charged Draconium block. Okay. It is, once again, a little while after the last recording. I did go ahead and research this stuff. The Ichor cloth stuff, and then all the different pieces. Because we are going to have to craft that for the Wyvern armor here soon. Also, this sword is done. Draconic sword. So we do have that. And in our quest book, that should complete a quest. Oh, I did crash when I was researching Ichor cloth. I think it was the cowl. I crashed on the cowl, and then I crashed on just the Ichor cloth stuff. Draconic sword, we get a piece of awakened draconium. And I did convert the hearts that we had. We have none of those left at the moment. So I think next episode we're probably going to automate hearts, like making the awakened draconium, as well as death, because we're going to be moving into the Wyvern armor and the awakened draconium armor. Right now we have one of those. Cool. One awakened draconium block. I've got it crafting these right now. So, and then I ordered some more Wyvern cores. And then our awakened cores, let me go ahead and turn 2 of these into Draconic energy cores. And our spell tables are done, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Terra Shatterer, the mana tablets, Oh, we're going to need a block of mana diamond. I tell you what, this episode has taken a while to record because, like, I have to keep cutting and crafting cores and all that stuff. It definitely takes a little while to do this. Alright, and there is our Terra Shatterer. And we'll just put that down right there, and there's our Pickaxe of the Wyvern. Alright, so I guess the worst part is over. It's mainly just mostly waiting at this point, I think. Alright, so to upgrade the pickaxe, we're going to need 4 Echorium. And let me go ahead and order another, actually, let me go ahead and order like another 3, 4 pieces. There we go, there's 8. And then we're going to want 2 Draconic Energy Cores and 2 Awakened Cores. I'm waiting for that last one to finish. Alright, so Echorium, the Pickaxe of the Wyvern, those 2, and then I think all this essential we should have. Yeah, main thing I was looking at was Profodio. And our 2 Awakened Cores, we'll go ahead and sit these down. There we go. That's crafting. And then we have to upgrade the shovel, which I guess I'm going to set this up. Well, I think all of my things are busy. Okay, I'm actually going to cancel those cores, and we'll just lay out this stuff over here. Let's see, Staff of Power, we're going to need an Echorium block, 4 Echorium ingots. Man, okay. So I've got, what, 3 Echorium right now? I'm going to have to order another, like, 10. Alright, go ahead and give me, then, like, 5. Can't do that. Okay. Which, honestly, I guess it might be quicker since I have this wand. To just craft this by hand. So, thaumium blocks and Echorium. Yeah, go ahead and craft me, like, 20 blocks of thaumium. And our cores. Okay, we got our 2 Draconic Energy and our 2 Awakened now. So we'll get the shovel converting. There we go. That's going. And I'm actually thinking we might set up a dedicated altar for Wyvern cores. They definitely take a while to craft. So... Oh, you know what? It's supposed to be void metal. Are these in the same thing? Because that's going to be a little bit of an issue if they are. I don't think that they are. No, thaumium's over here. Void metal, I think, is on its own. Okay. So let me order... well, I've got void metal ingots. I just don't have void metal blocks. Well, that's fine then. We'll just convert these over. Give me 10 of those. There we go. And let's get Echorium. There's another 5 pieces of it. And I'm going to have to order more Ichor, which I'm going to have to wait until my thing frees up. But I only need like 2 more. So there's an Echorium block. There's Echorium, and we're going to need just a couple more pieces of that. And this is just for the Staff of Power. That is... Okay, like that. Yeah. 1 more Ichor bulb. We should be good to go. I swear this thing is making like lamb crystals like non-stop these days. Of course, we're doing a lot of Draconic Evolution, so a lot of Draconic cores that's eating through to do all this stuff. But and I guess, don't we have gold seeds in here? Yes, we do. Awesome. Because I'm thinking while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and make like, see, it's gold seed, Zavicio around it, energetic alloy. Is it Wyvern cores in the corners? I think it is. Yeah, it's Wyvern cores. Okay. Figure we might as well go ahead and knock out a few of these quests, even though I'm getting low on cores again. There's energetic alloy, and we'll go ahead and turn that quest in. We get 4 carved eminent stone. I'll throw that into there. And then there's like Terra Steel, which takes mana steel seeds. Do we have... No, we don't. Okay, mana steel seeds. Arcane infusion. Oh, my arcane infusion's a little bit busy at the moment. What about Enderium? This will be like the last of our cores right now. I've got to get more of those ordered once my stuff frees back up, but that's fine. Massive ACO. Wyvern cores. Oh, an Enderium. Is that not right? Is it supposed to be Zavicio? Okay, it's standard Zavicio. That's even better. I'll take it. And there's our Enderium seeds, and we get 4 Ender IOs. Then we just have to get Wither Skeleton, which is like that. Just a bunch more cores. Dark Steel, like that. Redstone Alloy, like that. Okay. And then that. Honestly, Redstone Alloy is another one I might set up for 10-10-10s. And that's simply due to the fact that you need so many of those storage cells. But we'll see. Okay, so there is our pick, our Draconic pick. And then we're just waiting on this thing to finish up. Which should be fairly close, I think. Well, still on the Ignis. Okay. Just a little ways off. Okay, our shovel's done. Our Ichor bulb is done. Let me go ahead and I'll just manually craft this again. We only need 2 more pieces. I've got the rest of it all laid out. Grab that. Sword, pick, 2 Echorium ingots, Awakened core. Right here, our shovel needs to go down. And then our 2 Echorium, or 2 more Echorium ingots. And then in the middle, I have that Echorium block. So then we'll just go ahead. Let me double check and make sure the Essentia, I think, is all pretty standard. So we'll go ahead and activate that and get that going. Now, that's going to take a while to craft. It really, really is. So, at 512, tell him. 512 Profodio. Yeah. That's going to take a little while. While that's running, I'm going to go ahead and order, like, I don't know, a couple more Ichor bulbs. Go ahead and send me, like, 4 more of those. I've done pretty good about keeping up with Ichor, but this episode has ran through some Ichor. Not to mention I'm about out of Draconium again. But I'm going to set up those seeds. We'll get those running. That way we have Draconium coming in. So at least there will be that. But alright, I'll be back once this Staff of Power is finally done. It's going to take a while. This is going to take a very, very long time. Okay, this is steadily kicking through the stuff. We're getting close to about halfway done. Those 512s take forever. But what I'm thinking is we might go ahead and knock out a couple things in this Let's Get Creative tab. Just because we can. Like the oak bookcases, the creative bookcases. So for this, what we're going to need to do, and we're going to need a lot more of these. I'm going to have to run the quarry through the runic dungeon a bit more. But if we just lay this out, and I guess, let's go ahead and just lay out for like 4 of these creative bookcases. And then we're going to need a ton of books. Go ahead and make me like, make me 1,000 of them. That's fine. Creative oak bookcase. Then we're going to need oak potion shelves, which I should probably go ahead and automate those. Maybe. Yeah, let's go ahead and teach you how to make oak potion shelves. Whoops. There you go. So go ahead and send me like 1,000 of those as well. And then we're going to need our oak wood. And then the books that I ordered. And then we need the potion shelves. I mean, these really aren't that bad to craft. These creative bookcases. That. And there's 7 creative oak bookcases. We're going to need more of those, but that'll get us started anyways. That means this quest is done. We get 6 Draconic cores for that. And then to make the creative storage upgrade. Let's take a look at that. Which that's not really going to help us out very much. Creative bookcase, because you place it down, it's got a bunch of books in it. It's not terribly useful for us at the moment, I don't think. The creative storage upgrade. This thing right here. For this, we're going to need a bunch of deep storage units. Let me go ahead and order, like, I don't know, 100 of these. We're going to run out of glass crafting 100 of those. It does not want to craft that at all. That's the worst thing, is this thing, like, when I tried to order that Echorium, it was just like, nope. Like, I may have to set these into, like, you know, say keep 64 stocked or something, is what I may end up having to do. I do believe. And then I know we need a couple runes for that, right? The Rune of Lust and Rune of Greed. Which we've got a rune... We've got one of each of them. Well, that's good. We'll start with one of those and then... whatnot. Creative storage upgrade. We're also going to need a couple of these. So let me just order... we're going to need a couple quartz glass, I think. There we go. There's one of those, two of those. Okay, those 10 are done. Let me just keep ordering like 10 of these, I guess. Because to make the storage singularity thing, I'm going to need like 32 of them, I think. Yeah, I'm going to need 32 of those. And then we need a quantum entangled singularity. So let's get... we got 512 singularities. And then we're going to need a creeper trophy. We're going to need the ender powder stuff. And we'll go ahead and get this stuff crafted real quick. So that. And then one more time. Whoops. Didn't mean to throw down my inkwell. Okay. So there we go. There's 4 quantum entangled singularities. Alright. So these just wrap around it. There's 2 of those. I've pretty much just got to order these like 5 at a time. Because it just, I don't know. It's about the limit that my system can craft. It crafted 10 like twice, I think. No problem. But then after that, it was just like, nope, not doing that. There we go. Storage singularity. Yes. Okay, so that part, that's crafted. We're going to have to craft way more of those. But, you know, it's a start is the main thing. And then our creative storage upgrade. This thing right here. It takes one of those creative bookcases that we made. There we go. We're actually making a couple creative items now. Yay. And there's 7 more Draconic cores. I wish I had like 4 of those and 1 of those right now. That's what we need right there. But no luck. No luck at all. Okay, so that's got just a little bit more left. Another thing that we could craft... Well, actually, you know what? Those subdued spirits. I never made a powered spawner for those, did I? Because, like... I'm going to craft one of them right now, and I got to get a powered spawner for the wisps from Witchery. But if we take Subdued Spirit, I've got 6 right now. And then we took, what, Massive VCO? Just grab that. And then the Octuple Compressed. No, I'm not Octuple Compressed. I threw some of this stuff in my system. It's the Quadruple Compressed Obsidian. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit of that. I need to plug up the actual storage for that here soon. The Eternal Stone, we can craft this stuff. I mean, it's not cheap. That's there. And then Massive VCO like that. Quadruple Compressed Obsidian like that. And we can get our first bits of Eternal Stone. But that stuff is semi-expensive. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out, because these should... I'll probably get these moved over to the building, and I need to craft up more of them to put in the new building. So, but I think the quest wants us to get 10, right? Yeah, and we get a dragon heart. Okay, well this is pulling in items. We're gonna start getting into more of that stuff, and a little bit more Draconic Evolution, of course, in the coming episodes. A lot more Draconic Evolution, but... I wanted to go ahead and knock out the Staff of Power. That way I can lose, like, most of this stuff. And just have the Staff of Power. There we go. Draconic Staff of Power. Still gotta get it upgraded and stuff. We'll get into that, like, next episode or something. We're gonna be fighting the Chaos Dragon soon. That's kind of what I'm going for, is I want to get the Staff of Power. I also want to make the bow. Which... What does that take? Is it... It's pretty much like the rest of the stuff. Crystal Bow, Hunter Bow, Ender Bow. So that takes jungle stones, that's jungle creatures. That I've got. That I've got. Yeah. It's pretty much just an easier version of the other tools. It doesn't take like any kind of Icorium or anything like that. It's pretty straightforward to get that. So, alright, well anyways, that completes that quest. We get a Mystic Branch. Alright, well... Don't need that. So I'm going to throw it into there. And I'll put our Eternal Stone in our Creative Storage Upgrade. Our very first Creative Storage Upgrade. Alright. And at least that's done. At least that's crafted. So 60 attack damage plus 30% on the mob health. It's definitely better than this. And the nice thing is what we can do now that we've got this, which we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be working on the wyvern stuff, the armor next episode. And maybe start getting into upgrades, which I'm going to go kill the Ender Dragon a bit. We're going to have to automate death next episode and probably automate hearts to get Awakened Draconium next episode. This is going to be filled soon. Very, very soon it's going to be filled. See, Sharpness, Wrath, Reaper, Looting, and Soul. And that's actually the sword, the stuff that I want, in truth. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop back here. And I guess we're just going to pull these off this sword. So the Auto Disenchanter, let me set it to Extract, Never Active. And then we'll just throw our Mortem Blade in there and start disenchanting that. But I think the enchants that are on that, Sharpness 5, Wrath 4, Reaper 5, Looting 3, and Soulbound would probably be the best. And I've got to figure out what is the controls for the Draconic. Right here. I'm going to change this over. Left bracket. And the nice thing is now I can kind of toss like all this stuff. The sword. And just have the Staff of Power. I'd like to have the Staff of Power, the bow, and then of course the armor. And then we'd be pretty well set. Up until we get the Infinity Armor, which is a long time from now. So, alright, there's our Soulbound book. And then what I can do is open this up. Inventory. And we can throw in Soulbound into the slot here. And now it has Soulbound. And there's our Wrath enchant. I may actually have to enchant or repair the Mortem Blade to get everything off of there, but that's fine. Alright, so that's running. Let's take a look at this. I know we knocked out a couple quests in here. Explore the end, search for comets. Yeah, we've done that. Defeat the Ender Dragon multiple times to obtain its heart. Yes. Draconic tools, we've done that. Draconic Staff of Power, we've done that. Place enchanted books in the Draconic armor and tools inventory to enchant them. I'm going to go ahead and mark that off. I know about that, but we're doing the staff right now, and then we'll add in other stuff. Craft creative oak bookcases. We've done that. And the creative storage upgrade. We have done that. There's our Reaper enchant. Let me pull this thing out real quick, because I'm going to have to repair this thing. I don't want it to break before... What all is on it? Sharpness and Looting. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Go ahead and break it. That sword, I kind of feel bad letting it break, though, because that sword has been like the old faithful of swords, you know? Like, I've had Mortem Blade forever. Like, it's kind of weird, actually, not having the Mortem Blade. Goodbye, Mortem Blade. Looting 3, okay. So now I just have to get Sharpness, which is fine. And then I just recently purged the storage, like the enchanted book storage. Maybe it was a bad idea. I need to get back in here and finish plugging all those in, but... Okay, for some reason, anytime I try to open up our obelisk, it crashes. I think maybe there's just too much XP in there, possibly. 1812, it's not the limit. I think it's like 2,000 and something that's the limit, but it's like, no, you can't open this. So, I may replace it and just put down a different one. So that one can start filling up, I guess. But anyways, right now we've got Soulbound, Wrath, Reaper, and Looting on this. And I've just got to put Sharpness on it. Is the only other thing. And the nice thing is with Draconic stuff, you can put things like, well, technically, instead of having Wrath, I could do like Smiting or something. But I don't really see it being that useful. We're mainly going to be fighting like Chaos Dragons and Gaia Guardians, which this thing is going to make killing the Gaia Guardians so much easier. Which I'll cover that here soon. The only thing about this pack is it's so much lag that I may not be able to do it as big as Project Ozone, but you can definitely fight more than one Gaia at a time, like super easy with this thing. We'll get into that later once I get this upgraded and get the new armor and stuff that we're going to need. So, anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode. So, this episode we got our weapon. Next episode we're going to get our armor. And it's kind of my goal. So, we'll get into that. I've got to go kill the dragon a bit more, and we're probably going to automate Awakened Draconium next episode, and then we're probably going to have to automate Death as well, because I need, for the Wyvern stuff, I'm going to have to get more blood storages crafted, which I have some of those crafting right now. Ichor Cloth, I'll get that stuff crafted up. Cal of Abyssal Depths, I'm actually probably just going to craft this stuff off camera, because it's pretty straightforward to make. We are going to need some primal wand focuses, not a big deal. Tempestus, we've already covered that stuff. the main thing I'm not going to have crafted is like the death stuff, I think. So we'll have to craft the death's hood, or we'll have to get the death's hood, the death's robe. Yeah, see, this stuff is all super straightforward, I think. Uprising. And then once we get the wyvern armor, then upgrading it is really just rinse and repeat from this episode. Very time consuming to get all that stuff crafted, but it's not too bad. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Stay up to date with when new videos come out, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.